So I'm Mark White. I'm a professor in the Commerce School where I teach courses in the, introductory finance and business sustainability. I've been here for about 35 years. I like it. So prior to coming to the McIntire School, I earned degrees in biology and ecology, and I was actually in a PhD program in ecology, and I took this course, which there was a reading, and it was called The Economics of Overexploitation by a fellow named Colin Clark. And what it said is something that I'd never actually considered about, because we were in ecology, we wanted to save the whales, and we were looking at ways to do that, maximum sustainable yield and what have you. And this article actually rocked my world, because what it said was that under certain circumstances, it made economic sense to hunt all the whales to death immediately, and to take all the money that you made from hunting the whales and invest it in treasury bills, and that would be a better economic return than having the whales live forever. That has something I'd never considered. I actually didn't know that economists thought that way, and that led me to actually want to take classes in the business school. So I did. I slithered over to the business school, got an MBA, eventually ended up with a PhD in finance, and now here I am.
What are your interests when it comes to sustainability?
So I'm interested in the implication of sustainability challenges on business, and I'm also interested in how business can impact and ideally positively affect our sustainability challenges. I've engaged in research that does something called valuing natural capital. That is like kind of putting a price on the planet. So I'm working with colleagues from environmental science to value seagrass in the Chesapeake. And the reason for doing that is that if you don't have prices, then you don't have signals of scarcity. And if you don't have signals of scarcity, then you make bad decisions. Learning about and sharing methods and strategies for how business can affect positive change to achieve a sustainable future.
How can commerce and business be used as a path forward to a sustainable future?
Yeah, I think about that a lot. That's the concept of the class. And I've got kind of the framework would be they can think about their operations, they can think about business as a source of innovation, and they can think about business as a source of facilitation. So operationally, they can improve their energy use. They can design products that last longer. They can come up with different methods of deploying those projects or products or services, a sharing system perhaps, or a take-back system, what have you. Innovations, lots of innovations in business, clearly. I mean, clean energy is one of them. Even direct air capture of carbon, which is challenging but interesting, that sort of thing. So operations, innovations are a big source of that, and then facilitation too. So consultants and banking, financial institutions can supply both the expertise, the understanding, and the capital that we need to make these changes.
What tips do you have for those interested in business who want to advance sustainability efforts?
I knew you were going to ask this, and so I'm summarizing. The first is to learn. Okay, I would subscribe to the business sustainability newsletters that you can learn as much as you can, get an idea of what's going on and what might be possible. The second would be to think. And in this case, I want you to think about systems. I think systems thinking is one of the most powerful tools we have. Think about limits, think about feedback loops, think about unintended consequences, and think critically about those. And then think about motivations too. So systems and motivations, because corporations have a profit motivation and people have personal motivations, and it's not all about the money, right? Well-being is not wealth, and corporations are concerned about both opportunities and risks to their profits there. And the third would be to stay positive. Absolutely. I mean, it's challenging. There's a lot to be anxious about, but I think there's a lot to be hopeful about too. So that's what the three would be. They would be to learn, to think critically, and to stay positive.